Good morning. It's September the 25th, 2015. Time to get ready for another trading day. We've had some really wonderful opportunities this week, and I expect today to be the same. Interestingly enough, the overnight strength in the markets is being attributed to Yellen's speech where she says, and this time it was hawkish, we can raise interest rates. The economy is strong enough to do it. The rest of the world's, the global markets don't mean too much, which would be in direct contrast to what came out of the announcement last week. So the market is schizophrenic. Raise interest rates. Market has traded down. Raise interest rates. We can raise interest rates this year. The market trades up yesterday. So, I mean, how much faith do you put in the strength of that rally? I think what really started the rally yesterday was a message from JPM's head quant that said the market is ready to rally again. A couple, 3 weeks ago, he said the market was ready to sell. He's been spot on. And when his email hit the tape yesterday or got out to his clients, the buying started. So who knows? But one day good news is bad. Next day bad news is good. It continues to be that way, and I really think what it boils down to is what the large trader strategies are going to be for that day, whether they're buyers or sellers or not. You can attribute it sometimes to news algos, sometimes, I mean, you just don't know. It's just, you just have to get in, and the market's going higher, the market's going lower, and try to join it. But anyway, strength in equities is what is driving today's selling in treasuries. Okay, third revision GDP plus 3.7. That would be unchanged from last month. The market will pay attention to that and see if it's revised downward, which is what you'd expect. 2.1 for the deflator, no change right there. Corporate profits on the last report, they were up 7.3%. That number could come in lower. That might have some impact on the market. PMI flash services at 55.5. In lieu of other news, it could play. Consumer sentiment, 87.1. And then Baker Hughes rig count. And last week was 1,033 or 1,035. Only will affect the energy market. So first piece of news out that the market will pay attention to is, did the 3.7% growth hold or not? Then PMI flash services at 55.5, and then consumer sentiment at 87.1. And that's how the news will go. But I think the whole thing will boil down to whether the E-mini sells today or not. And the E-mini has rejected 1950 so far. So we'll just have to see how the E-mini plays. If the E-mini can't take out and hold 1950, then it can still sell. And if for the reasons the financial press gave for the market to rally, you wouldn't put a lot of faith in the that rally continuing. Okay, the market is pointed lower. We had a distribution lower. It started in London. That suggests that we'll sell a little bit more. So we'll put our first buy 13 to 17, and our second buy will be 5 to 9. And we'll get if the market does sell today, we'll get a little support from the knob spread. On the sell side, 27 to 31. I'm just playing for a range trade today. That's usually what happens on settlement day, post auction day, and then S2 will be 28.03 to 07. That said, we're at 22. It may take a 23 to get off a short. We'll just have to see how it plays out. Okay, looking at the 30-year. Trying to look at the 30-year. Okay, it is selling too. We got a low volume number at 11. We got a high volume number down at 54.26. We have stops below yesterday's lows that have been pulled. So the market is pointed lower. It is trying to sell. The next support area, if we get through 55.11, should be 55.05. So we'll give it a little bit of room. 1 to 5 by 1. 21.25 by 2. On the sell side, 23.27. And then 3 to 7 for sell 2. And the pen is working in the on these recordings for what that's worth. You guys catch the briefing. I don't know if you need to go back and listen to that, but just not working in any meeting. Okay, we left yesterday's market saying gold was a sell in the overnight market because thought the rally was dominated by options expiration yesterday. And lo and behold, what happened? It sold in the overnight session. So we got this breakout in the from the 38 area to 40. Our number 2 buy area last night was 41 to 39. It's where support is right now. It's buy 1. And then 36.34 will be buy 2. On the sell side, London 45.47 is pretty aggressive. That's where London's market was. And then 49 to 51 for sell 2. And one of the articles is talking about risk on investments were in vogue for today. So, you know, the schizophrenic nature of the markets spills into all quadrants, all sectors. And it's just the large trader banging on the market. So if you can figure out what the large trader is going to do, you got to stand up, join them. You're going to make some pretty good money. And they are traders. They're not investing. I mean, they come in and they move the market. I think the JPM quant email directions probably carries a little more weight than what Yellen said yesterday, because what Yellen said, if they're using that as an excuse for riling the market, it was the opposite of why the market sold last week. So again, it's just, to me, it's just large traders running from one side of the boat to the other. And we see that on that 4-pane volume chart where every sector of the market from a volume breakdown is long or short simultaneously. Okay, the euro 1200 sell 1, 1225 sell 2. On the buy side, 50 buy 1, 25 buy 2. Looks like we got pretty good buying against 111, and we definitely have a seller at 113, but the first selling today will be in the 112 area. Crude oil held in pretty well yesterday, given the selling that had happened starting 2 days ago. It's up a little bit higher. We had a P in a down market. That's short covering. So, and the market's a little higher today. So we're back into these single prints, and you can see right up here the spill was from 46.12. And then from 45.50, and the market is pointed higher this morning, so 45.50, 45.75 will be sell 1, 46 and a quarter sell 2. On the buy side, 47.75, 45 buy 1, and then 44 and a quarter buy 2. Looks like a 44 minus market, 45 plus as we come into it this morning. And if the market trades at $2 to $3 range, a $3 range from 44 takes us to 47. So it's not going to be too difficult to get up to 46. But initial resistance is going to be in that 45.50 area. Okay, how high can the E-mini go today? Well, I think 1950 is a key area, then that 1975. So we'll go back and we'll take a look at this article, and I'll post that JPM Quant article again here when I get done. So just looking at the structure, we've got a seller above 90, and we definitely have a buyer below 60. And we're a little bit, maybe 2/3 of the way up. Structurally, I got a high volume number at 77, and we got our low volume number all the way down at 65, so 1865, that's quite a bit of ways. And we have a central price here of 30. So the high volume numbers in the 1930 area. The low overnight was 13, the high was 46, so that's 33. We're seeing 35 handle trading days. We've got it right now. So the issue to me is, can we get through 1950 or not? The GDP revised at 3.7. It can come in lower. You had to make a guess, it would come in a little lower based on the recent economic news. Do an H split where the rally started. London's low was 1927. So we got this number at 1950, and again you can see that we have this spill from 52. We have the spill from 57. So that 50 to 58 area is where, say 50 to 60 would be pretty good resistance. And then if we get above that, the 68.72 area right over here, you can see the 916 low. You can see that spill in T period on 917. You can see the D period high on 920. So that 67 to 72 area, that little 5-point range, is where resistance is. So really, the trade is going to be self-failure to take out 50, 55. And if we get through that, then 60 to 65. On the buy side, the breakout came from 37. We're at 45, so we'll put 35 to 40 by 1. And then 25 to 30 by 2. Now if the 45 area holds, they make us pay up to get in. We can't really break that. Then we're going to have to move all our numbers higher. We'll keep the 50, 55, but I'll put the 65 to 70 would be the second sell zone. So can the market take out 50 or not? That's the answer we need. That'll help our trading. Okay, I'm going to get busy, and all the stuff that I need to do, I will be back with you as soon as possible.